Hello guys, thanks for joining. Let's solve another Leetcode problem, maximum product subarray. We are solving this blind 75 Leetcode questions list. We are in the array section. We already solved 5 of them. Right now we are in the maximum subarray. And then we'll do the maximum product subarray. So for maximum product subarray, this is a Leetcode 152 and its difficulty is medium difficulty. It's quite similar to the previous problem we solved, the maximum subarray, which is actually sum up all the numbers, find the maximum number. For this one, it's just the product. The main difference between these two problems was that previously you were keeping track of all the numbers and just sum it up. Here, for the case of product, we need to be careful of two things. So, for example, we have a few values 2, 3, and then -2, and then 4. So the main idea is that when you are trying to multiply these two numbers, 2 and 3, you get the value 6. When you are multiplying with this -2, you will get -12. So this -12 is important because when you have -12, there is a very good chance it can become the part of the maximum product if you can find another negative number. So for example, if you have 4, it will not be a maximum number because it will become -48. But just in case, if you have a negative number like -4 here, so if this value becomes -4, then your maximum product might be 48, right? Because then you can multiply two negative number, get a positive number. So the main difference from the sum is that we will keep track of one more variable that is actually mean product. And same as like max prod, and we also want to keep track of the result. All of them will start with your first value, num0, if you have only one numbers. And we will do the else case if there is nothing there in the array, will return just 0. Okay, so we'll start with the first location, first number, and then for n in nums of you going through the next number. So basically you want to going through these values together. So if we change, I can change the color to red. So you can see for this part of the array we want to go through. And when we are encountering this value 3, we can do a couple of things. One thing's for sure, we want to multiply with this previous number like 2. So we'll get the 6. And up to this point, your maximum product is 6. But as soon as you get a value like -2, you want to change your max prod and mean prod to swap those two values, because now you want to keep track of your mean prod will become max prod and max prod will become your mean prod. So if you want to do it here, basically you want to do if n is less than 0, you want to swap the mean prod to max prod. So for first number, if you have 2 and then you get the 3, it's a positive number. It will not do anything for this check because it's not negative. So you want to update those few values. One is actually max prod. So your max prod will be max of current number, or if you can multiply to get it a larger number. Same, you want to keep track of the mean prod, which will be a minimum of the current number, or if you can get a minimum number by multiplying with this number. And you want to update your result, which will be a maximum of all the time the previous max, which is in the result, and with the max plot. And that should be it. So in that case, you are basically keeping track of the max prod, mean prod, and the result, and update the result based on whatever you got. The only key thing to interesting part is this part where actually, if you get a negative number, you basically swap these two values. So let's run this code, and if it accepted, we'll actually go into the part of doing the runtime analysis. So yeah, it got accepted. So let's get into the runtime complexity of this algorithm. So for this runtime complexity, you are keeping, you are going through the loop only once, n-1 times. So your runtime will be order of n linear. For the space complexity, you are storing 3 values. Although the result will not be part of your space complexity. So you're basically storing just 2 constant, mean prod and max prod, and you are keep updating all these values. So basically for this problem, you can solve it in linear time and with the constant space. That's the best we can get. Yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.